what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man.
This is Misha the George.
Your boy Christo.
This is Trap Lake. Man, it's your boy Tay Cummins.
Yeah, send him 2 Flack.
It's your boy Chevy Woods from the Taylor Gang.
It's Chew Jackson.
That's your boy Ludi Boy.
Girl, Renee on the way.
It's your boy DJ Grow Quit Playing With. And now you can get it with the Burgh Boys.
Alright, how many is it? You go here, then you go here, then you go here, then you go here.
Off the wall, baby. No locking.
Right? So if you want something, you go get it. Plain and simple, right? No fear. That's it. Bro, if you believe something's meant for you, it's manifested. You manifest it. You go get it.
Go get it. Visionary. Why did you decide to put that up there?
Honestly, because I feel like a vision is what gets you through everything. Good, bad, or otherwise. You know what I mean? If your vision's strong, it don't matter what you run into. Truthfully. If you see it, bro, it don't matter what's between you and the end goal, you're gonna get to the end goal. So you gotta have that vision.
You gotta see it for them to believe.
You gotta see it.
So I gotta
Real
see this
shit.
shot.
You gotta see the shot go in before you shoot the shot.
Do
Then
Do you see it, Motor?
So this is the next shot right here. I'm gonna shoot this joint from right here.
Over the camera guy.
Over the camera guy.
Well, hope you guys show us on your camera.
In there.
Wow.
Hey, he visualized that joint. He visualized that.
Oh, bro, I see you got beautiful struggle down there on your wall. And where I come from, you know what I'm saying? It's a struggle. And we get everything out the mud.
Right.
But in the same token, the beautiful thing about that is knowing, you know what I mean, the actual work and the progress are coming up. And knowing
That's
that
the
where we're
beautiful
coming
part.
from, so where we get to, where we going. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget.
You got a whole different understanding for that shit. So
Don't forget.
I'm deep with the beautiful struggle,
appreciate
baby.
it, bro.
And that's why I'm gonna hit this jumper.
That ain't so beautiful.
Ah, it ain't. It's all good.
He said no, it ain't.
You don't
got a lie to me. I got you, bro. You don't got a lie to me.
I got you, bro.
Motor gonna create them shots.
Before I bang this on, bro. How long you been doing? Oh yeah, I'm actually active in that shit, bro. I was in the NBA for 2 years.
This ain't 2K, bro.
No, I was.
Hey,
no, bro.
hey, my career, POY, 3 years consecutive, not
Bro.
2.
Yeah, and I was really the NBA, bro. But I had they found weed in my travel sack.
Hey, you ain't the only one.
Yeah. All right, but I wanted to ask you, like, how long you been making clothes and shit? And like, do you remember your first piece of clothing you made? Like,
So first piece like from scratch or first printed piece? So like I printed
Yeah,
and then
both.
I taught myself how to sew. So
Alright.
first printed piece I was like 9 or 10.
that's lit, actually.
Yeah. I used to sketch stuff up and run around and try to find screen printers to print it.
That's lit.
And then
Nah, I was eating boogers probably. Or something.
that's all right. I can't say I wasn't. I don't remember.
You ate boogers,
I
still
remember.
made clothes
I
and
remember
shit.
sketching, bro. I remember
eating,
sketching.
like-
Nah, but truthfully, then when I started the brand, I was like, I don't want to be like everybody else. I got to learn how to sew, do everything like that. So I taught myself how to sew. So that was probably like 2013, 2014.
Okay.
I taught myself. So everything you see is custom made.
So
Everything. The
For-
fits, everything.
And I'm about to make this shot because
See,
my
that's
jump
custom.
shot, baby, is custom. The camera was too close to me. No, the camera was.
I need to get this.
Oh, he came up to me too at the last minute, bro.
Hey, give me that.
He's the visionary.
I need that.
Before I make this, I'd like to ask you, what's been one of the hardest obstacles you've had to overcome
With the company or?
with the company?
Honestly, bro, the last year of my life, like I almost lost everything. But it was outside the company. Like that's the thing, you can't manage outside factors when you have a dream, a vision, anything like that. So that's exactly, it goes back to the visionary question. Is like things get thrown at you, and you just gotta improvise, just like Flack. That's probably the perfect example. He didn't know what he was doing, bro. But as soon as something came at him, he figured it out and got there. So the last year, bro, was just medical issues, loss of money and everything like that. But, you know, if you believe in what you're doing, bro, you could get through anything. So that was it. It was the last year, bro.
All right, so what made you get into this whole industry? What really started it for you? What?
Being a little kid,
Really?
honestly, and like seeing something bigger than myself, small, and was like, yo, I want to be that. I want to do that. So like when I was little, I just started sketching designs. You know how like when you're little,
Yeah.
you know, you're like naive as hell, and you're like, I could do that.
Right.
So I started mailing them. I mailed them to Nike. Remember when And One was popping?
Yeah, huge.
But And One got back to me.
Wow.
So from that point on, I got letters and stuff saved, and I was like, oh, they got back. You know, you're a little kid. You're like, oh,
Right.
they really
the fact
liked
that they
it.
even reached back is like
Exactly,
right.
and from that point on, I was like, I'm having a brand. That's
Right.
what I'm doing. I was like 9 or 10. I wrote a business plan for this store.
That's
At
crazy.
9 years old, still got it.
That's crazy.
And I was just like,
so
I ain't
like
give it up.
you ended up starting Nolac, and how did you really take over that e-commerce market? Like I know how the past year's been for you,
Yeah.
but prior to like taking this little setback, what really was?
Honestly,
helped
like
you
I
get
tell
there?
everybody, it's never a lack of resources and always a lack of resourcefulness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you want to learn something, Google has no end.
Right.
Like I was deep, heavy in the web, and I looked at other brands that did it, and I knew my product was better than theirs.
Yeah.
But what they could figure out when it came to algorithms online was better than me. So I was like, okay, listen, if I take a superior product and take what they have when it comes to e-com, then I'll beat them out. And that's exactly what I tried to do.
Right.
And then, of course, you know, you can't account for the algorithms changing and the social media platforms
how it
changing.
all
So you got to
goes.
keep up. So that last year, now it's adapting to new things. But
Is that part of the reason why you got this place though? Was to kind of build a.
This was more like God forced my hand,
Okay.
and I was like, I'm all in.
Okay.
Why not?
All right,
like,
cool.
what else do I got to lose?
Yeah, no,
so that was it.
absolutely.
And it was a dream, you know what I mean? Like,
have your own storefront.
last year at this time, me and Goat were looking at places for pop-ups, and I'm like, nah, we're doing this for real. This is our city. We got to stay here, do it. In all the opportunities of other cities, like, why not home? It's hard here, but we could do it.
No, yeah, absolutely. Pittsburgh's a good city.
It's a great city,
We have a
bro.
lot of support. I mean, you be. I know, right? Did Antonio Brown wear this yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Before
Not,
AB.
not yet.
You're before AB. Tenured.
No, dude. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you
Seriously.
guys.
No love lost. No love lost.
Oh, that's the truth, bro. That's the biggest truth.
No love lost. Thank you for playing the game with us,
Hey,
man.
appreciate it. Thanks for letting me win.
Yeah. Home court
Home
advantage.
court advantage.
You had
all
to,
the
you
way,
had to,
all
bro.
the
You're
way.
a
had
good
to.
host, man. You had some gin for us at the little Bombay.
What's some new stuff you got coming up? Anything that you could let us know about?
I got all my new collection coming out. It'll be in Black Friday. So we're trying to rotate things every month and a half. So I want to feel it, man. I want tops, bottoms. I'm gonna bring some sneakers in here, hats, everything, just so you can come in and get an entire fit. Just so nothing's left out.
Lit.
I got a lot of stuff when I was laid out by Sketch, so it'll be a fun year for sure. 2019 is kind of where I'm at right now. We're just getting comfortable with the store, learning the ins and outs of having like a brick and mortar as opposed to online.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and how about that? The whole. I know you had mentioned having like a local, like a little local rack. Are you gonna have like?
I want to do more mentoring. In the 1 week we've been open, I would say 7 to 8 different people have come in trying to share things about the brand and learning, right? One of the things with the store for me that I really want to do is mentor. There ain't a lot of people out there that are willing to share because they're like, in Pittsburgh, the way I see a lot of people looking at stuff is like, there ain't a lot. There ain't a lot to go around, so people hold on to their crumbs here, and it's like, bro, like,
Right.
I'm not afraid of you. I want to help you, and a lot of people are afraid to help people in this city because they know how small the pie is. But it's like, if I got a little piece, like, if I give you a piece of my little piece, then we can both grow that.
Right.
Like, so it's more about sharing and teaching and developing. Like, plus, you're gonna make me better.
Right.
You know, if I'm here and you're just starting, if you're not here and pushing me, Like, what's the point? I'm stable. You know, I'm a big fish in a small pond in regards to fashion. Pittsburgh's not really doing anything, right? And the people that do stuff here, they leave. Right. So it's like, why not stay here? There's tons of talent here. I want to keep it here. Like, push me and I'll push you back. Right. So it's like, it's a friendly competition. It's not competition to kill one another. It's competition to make each other better.
To push one another.
That's all I want.
That makes me think about how do you put yourself with the trends? Do you feel like you stay ahead, or you feel like you're right with the trends?
I don't like trends because if you're a trend, right, I can't tell if you're buying my product because of my brand or because you want a piece of the trend and I'm just the closest thing to it. So I think of brands like Ralph Lauren. How many years now has he sold the same shirt? He's above trend. So I'm not saying I'm above trend, but I'm saying that's where I aim to, more classic fits. Correct. Things that the silhouettes are gonna last forever. You know, how many shirts do people still wear that are acid washed? Mm-hmm. It came and went real fast. So like, you can follow trends, but then you're just chasing trends. You're not doing what you want to do. So I just kind of vibe and create whatever I want to create. And if people don't like it, people don't like it. Yeah. But they didn't take the risk I took. So you take the risk I took, cool, but then I have to think about things a little bit more before I go in and implement something. So the hardest part is when you try to follow a trend, production times, bro, lead times, like I gotta source my fabrics from France, I gotta get them to my factory, I gotta get it sewn, I gotta get it shipped here, I gotta get pictures, all that. So you gotta be 90 to 120 days before a trend hits. So you almost have to predict shit. And it's like, you get into that game, bro, you'll go crazy trying to predict trends. So you can kind of either stay above them or create them. Right. So that's where I'm at when it comes to trends.
And that's the best move. That is the best move. That's smart.
Sometimes it's the only option.
No.
I mean, because if not, like I said, you're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what everybody else is already doing.
Correct.
So you're just following. Like,
right.
why be a sheep? I want to, you know what I mean? I want to be the shepherd or the wolf.
Right. For sure.
Is it, you know? So you're either pushing them or you're leading them. It's one or the other.
Yep. You've done some collabs in the past. What was one of your favorite collabs you've done?
Oh man, I don't even know, honestly, really? Bro. Like, cause when you're in a collab, it's just like this. You're sitting in across the room from another creative genius, and I'm not labeling myself that, but whenever you start, like, bro, there's a bubble above your head, and like the ideas just get thrown up there, and you just pull one down, they pull one down, and you put it on the table, and you're like, let's do this. Yeah. So, I'll just put it this way: my favorite collab hasn't come yet. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I know something's gonna come.
No, that's awesome.
But it hasn't been there yet because I'm not done. So it's hard to look back at something and be like, that's my favorite.
Well, if you can't say that, then let's go to the aspect of some of the celebrities that you've worked with. Who are some people that have promoted your?
My favorite guy is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Like,
who
no
was it?
question.
How did you get it to Giannis?
So here's the thing.
Worry
So
about that.
when I was at Duquesne, one of my teammates up at Duquesne, he ended up training at a facility in Florida, Bradenton. It's called IMG. It's huge.
Yeah.
So he hit me. He was one of the first people. He actually, bro, he got my logo tattooed right here before I even started the brand. And I'll never forget this. His name's Aaron Jackson. Thank you, bro. And it was like 3 a.m. in the back of my house and stuff. And he's like, bro, you got to make this worth something now. So he got that and Fate Loves the Fearless. Wow. And it was like at that point, all right, push it. So I sent him stuff. And I'd always talk to him late night. And he'd be like, you got to get it to this dude, right? So his older brother, Thanasis, was training for the NBA draft. He got drafted by the Knicks. And he was like, nah, man, he's good, but his little brother is a beast. And I'm like, all right, cool. He was like 6'5" at 16 or 17 years old. So he gets drafted, bro. He's like 6'5" or 6'6" at the time. After he gets drafted, he grows to 6'9". And it's like, yo, what's up with this dude? I kept sending him stuff. And but it's just like anything in life, bro. You got to curate your friendships. You can't just be like, yo, I need the top of. No, it's like you believe in him and he believes in you. And ever since then, man, he's been wearing the product endlessly. And it's the thing is, too, is the product that I make fits him. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, his hands are big, like a ruler from top to. So, you know what I mean? Clothes fit him differently. So my clothes fit him. And there's just a mutual respect there, I believe, where it's like, and I appreciate him for who he is as a person. I know in the last year he lost a father and things have been tough on his family, but you know, you look at him and what he does for his community and then what he does for the entirety of what Greece is as a country, he's a good dude, man. He's a good person. So I appreciate who he is as a person.
That's huge.
It's cool to watch somebody like that grow. Where a lot of people are like, oh, who's this kid? And now everybody's like, into what?
Done yet.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, like he's top 3 in the league. Where it's him and LeBron for MVP. So it's cool that way. But of course, the local guys, you know what I mean? Juju, James Conner, AB. AB's been a huge lifeline for me with the brand and spreading it. So all that, every boat of support helps me mentally, if nothing else. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate the hospitality,
Fucking
man.
man, Jerry.
All right, bro.
Jerry, we're fucking man.
Can I get a layup? Can I get a little
Appreciate it.
dunk on it?
I appreciate it. Go
Can I
ahead.
get a little dunk on it for us?
Close us out with a dunk.
Gotcha.
Flack.
All
Keep
right.
the hoop in the back.
Don't hang on the rim. Don't touch the rim.
Shut up.
Get it.
Oh yeah, Burgh Boys, bro. We've been down. I mean, I can't tell you. This is long overdue, bro. We've been talking for probably months on end, so I'm just thankful y'all could show up. And I have this where it wasn't in the studio or something different. So thank you for being part of this, bro. So Burgh Boys, make sure you follow, watch not only this one but the future ones too, please. Thank you.